Donny Fandango's got the...
And now officially, let's welcome Donny Fandango to the on-air studio. Mr. What's happening, Donny?
It's Friday.
It is Friday. You should be happy.
It is the day after a Blues victory in Chicago. I am in a great mood. Great.
That's a nice change.
Yeah.
You get happy, Donny, for a
now,
change.
if they would have lost last night, would it be a different Donny?
I would be sour. No doubt about it, dude.
Of course he would be.
No doubt about it.
All right, so let's find out what's going on with Blues hockey. You know, hockey from a fan's perspective, at least, with Mr. Donny Fandango. Come on. Hey, Donny.
First of all, Adam Cracknell.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it, man? 2 goals last night, and I'll tell you, and they said this about him on the broadcast last night, too. That guy has done everything they've ever asked him to do. He's ridden that train from Peoria to St. Louis, Peoria and back, and, couldn't have had a bigger game last night with those 2 goals. And, man, great job to Adam Cracknell. Also, I wanted to mention, I think it's awesome that Chris Porter gets a 2-year deal. I really like how that guy plays as well. I am not a fan most of the time of shootouts. I know I'm in the minority there. I know a lot of people love the shootouts.
Love the shootout.
But last night was awesome. And I definitely kept my oldest and my youngest from probably going to sleep till a little later than they should because I was into that third period, man. Into it. It was really an entertaining game last night.
What's the hate about the shootout? I'm just curious.
You know what, dude? Here it is. When I started watching hockey and when I grew up watching hockey, it was just the overtime and then the tie. And it's still to me...
Don't you like an outcome?
A tie would be fine to me, or a 4-on-4, then a 3-on-3.
A tie is blue balls.
Yeah, a tie is a waste of time.
Well, I have just normally not been a fan of the shootouts, but last night, man, it was completely riveting. A couple of other notes that I made from last night. Now, the Blues seem to have a hard time recovering after, one lapse that leads to a goal. Last night, it happened during the second. The Hawks scored 2 goals in under 3 minutes. The Blues have to limit these mistakes in their own end, or good teams, man, are just going to be able to roll up quick goals on them, and they're going to be behind the 8 ball before before they can even think of how they're going to dig out of it. The Blues don't get enough offensive production these days from their scoring lines. They have to play physical defense. They've got to play flawless defense, and they've got to get above average goaltending if we're going to go anywhere. A lot of teams have more than we do up front, and that's another reason why adding Leopold and Bouwmeester were such really good acquisitions, and hopefully will turn out the best for us this year. I'm uncomfortable with the frequent use of the term backdoor entry while I'm watching my hockey games. And finally, the pussy bitch douchebag of the week 100% goes to Ray Emery, goalie for the Chicago Blackhawks. Wow. Real easy to be a tough guy talking smack to Barrett Jackman last night when A, you're not playing in the game, and 2, when you've got 3 players that are bigger than you on your team just to your left. Shut up, ride the pine, you ain't got nothing to say, Ray Emery.
What happened there?
Well, Jackman thought that there was a hit on him that was cheap. I think it's debatable whether or not Jackman actually lost an edge and then got hit. The Chicago player finished his check. Roman Polak came over and just started pounding on the Hawk player. So once Jackman got up, I think the Hawks players were kind of maybe razzing him for, being a puss or whatever it was. And Jackman was just not having it, boy. He was on it last night, dude. He was mad at everybody in a red sweater, and I loved every second of it, man.
The fire was
I
in the
loved
eyes.
it. But here we are. It's great they had a good one last night, but man, they got to do it again tonight, man.
I was going to ask you about tonight's game because we're actually I'm bringing Ravy for her first time ever over at the Scott Trade Center for a Blues game. So What are we looking at tonight? It's going to be a good game?
Dude, it's gonna be a real good game.
I don't know much about Columbus.
Dude, Columbus is hot. They just got Marion Gaborik from New
Rangers,
York,
yeah.
and he scored last night.
I
It might have
saw
even
that.
been the game winner against
Yep,
Nashville.
it was.
So, dudes, it isn't going to be.
Oh, they're no walkover anymore.
Dude,
And they never have been for the Blues.
Not really. They do have a very. There's a very. God, I'm blanking out. There's definitely a good, hearty rivalry there between the two, and you kind of have the tendency, or at least I do, to kind of write off Columbus a little bit.
Sure.
But we just can't do that. And from here on out, I hate to sound like the commercial, but every game matters, and they just got to string these things together. So let's go Blues,
Donny,
man! Good win
prediction for
last
tonight's
night.
game?
I'm sorry now?
Prediction for tonight's game?
Oh, Blues win. I say Blues win. Blues win a close one. I say Blues win 2-1.
2-1 tonight. That's Donny Fandango's pick for the game tonight. We're going to take a break. Donny, thank you very much, by the way.
Oh, dude,
It's always great to see you. Quick break.